Good evening, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website MPIinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to the markets today, the Nifty opened with a small gap down at 16,578, and we could see a kind of totally volatile movement today. Yes, in fact, the Nifty started falling initially, but from there it started recovering and went on to break the day's high and went to a high of almost close to 16,700. I had told you 16,700 is going to be a major resistance for now, and that's exactly what we could see. After it reached 16,690, we could see resistance acting upon and the fall started coming in. In fact, just after 3 o'clock, we could see some major selling in the market as the Nifty was going to a low of 16,521. But yes, I'm still glad 16,500 was not broken on the lower side, and finally Nifty closed at 16,584. The FIIs who went on to buy for almost 502 crores yesterday have gone back to selling again. Yes, the story continues. So FIIs have sold for 1,003 crores while the DIIs have bought for 1,845 crores. In fact, what caused this sudden fall in the market post lunch? Well, the Germany came out with its inflation data and they have continued to see the inflation rising higher again this month. And this is what actually wobbled the entire Asian market, where we could see the stocks and bonds all falling together. And when all this was happening, dollar started rising, and the inflation, hot inflation data has actually triggered the global markets into a weakness again. In fact, with the rising inflation, we could also see the crude oil prices going up. In fact, crude oil prices have touched a 2-month high of $122 per barrel. So this is something which is not great, and that's exactly why we could see again the Indian markets getting sold. So the two major worries right now here today, one was the rising inflation in Germany, which of course could have some effect on India as well, and the second one is the rising crude oil price. So if these 2 points are not enough, what else could actually spoil the party? So that's exactly what happened in the market, and that's exactly why we could see after the Asian markets started opened in the afternoon, and they started falling, and the same was seen in Indian market as well. So like I told you, since US markets were closed yesterday, we did not have any cues from there, but today the markets have opened in the US as well, which I'll be talking about it a little later. Now coming to some stock specific news, the LIC continued to fall today. Yes, so after the results which came in, LIC has been continuing to fall yesterday also and today also, because one important point to note among the results was a lot of people are not paying up the renewal fees in LIC. In fact, I was just talking to you about LIC and their policies in the last week's meeting, and the way LIC has its laid back approach to a term plan, which most of the people today who are educated and aware of the insurance are going in for. And most of the private companies leading the term plans being sold, LIC, as the people get more knowledgeable, LIC is going to face stiff resistance, and that's exactly why a lot of people are discontinuing their LIC policies, and that's a trend which is not great for the company. The company is cash rich, the company is doing good in terms of profitability, but then as the crowd in India are getting educated, LIC is going to face a tough time unless they start focusing on term plans. So that's something probably we could see where people are not paying the renewal. So they could see probably some more positive side on the private sectors. That's exactly what's happening right now. So this is why we could see the LIC shares actually falling downwards. In fact, in the last 2 days, they have fallen by almost 2%. So apart from that, we could see IRCTC, which actually rallied yesterday, was in a consolidation mode today. It settled 0.27% lower. But something good, Mahindra and Mahindra. So yesterday also it hit the 52-week high, and today also it has hit the 52-week high, and Mahindra continues to be among the top gainers today. So apart from that, we could when the prices of crude oil went up today, ONGC shares also went up. In fact, it was up by almost 5.2% during the day, and after the news of crude oil prices were going up. And we could also see CDSL as the top gainer among Nifty 500, which was up by 11.97% today. So of course, if you look at the global markets right now, the US markets are open and are trading lower already. Yes, so if I look at the US market right now, the Dow Jones is trading on the negative, which is about 0.4%. S&P 500 is also negative by 0.28%. But something good news I can tell you is Nasdaq. Yes, Nasdaq was also in the red, but it has now kind of recovered and is on a slight green, up by 0.06%. However, we cannot discuss more about this right now because we have some news coming in from US later in the night. So the President Joe Biden and Jerome Powell, the head of Federal Reserve, are speaking today, and the minutes of the news or the news from their side is something that is awaited, which we will get by tomorrow morning. So this will let us understand how the markets can actually react. But then the way things are going right now, we could expect a sideways movement for some more time. However, we can confirm on that only tomorrow after we see how the US markets close today. So with that, we will discuss more on it, but as of now, only thing I can tell you is the market is looking slightly weaker, and it's good that some of us already have booked profits when the market went up. I am sure you must be sitting with some cash reserve to buy some stock if there is a fall. But apart from that, if you look at silver plus and gold, we are already sitting with some amazing trades which has given amazing profits already, and if we see a market fall, we would be actually making little more money over there. So let's see how the market actually reacts tomorrow. But if you look at SGX Nifty as of now, is trading already at a discount of 16,505. So it all depends on how the US markets close today and how SGX Nifty can change tomorrow. So we will discuss more about that in the morning podcast tomorrow. So do tune in and ensure that you are updated before the market starts. So before you leave, press the like button and share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. And MPI Invest is the only platform which will help you learn all the trading and investing free of cost in this amazing community that we have. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. Goodbye and have a great night.